research and some epic fails.
Welcome to the Nerdy Football Lads podcast, back here for NFL Week 6. Some of us happier than others. Not because any of us lost, because we're all coming off weeks where none of us lost, just Joe got to watch in sanctuary really last weekend, not having a game with the Bears. But I'm going to bring the guys in. They're not going to be as hyped as I am for obvious reasons, but we'll get the guys in. B-Dog, Joe, welcome in.
It's very relaxing, not for the stress about the Bears. I could just enjoy a week of football without being anxious the whole week. So yeah, it's beautiful. It's very nice.
I mean, B-Dog had just as good a weekend because they played the Jets. So it may as well have been a bye.
It's a pseudo bye, yeah. Absolutely.
Thoughts on that game, B-Dog?
Oh, it was good to watch. I mean, Ryan Flournoy, nice third stringer coming in, playing pretty well. It was just good to see some good football. Defense looked good, but obviously, like you said, it is the Jets, so you can't get too excited, can you?
Hey, Justin Fields is one of only 2 quarterbacks to not throw an interception this season.
Yeah, but he fumbles every game.
I was trying to say a nice thing about a Jets player then, but you know what? Fair enough. I shouldn't have done it. Joe, no Bears game, nothing really to. What was the game that you sat down and watched instead of watching the Bears?
The main one I watched was the Bucks-Hawks game, which was one of the games of the year so far. What a game! Absolutely unreal play. I like that one. And then
What's the game of the weekend, man?
Well, I mean, debatable, but I mean, like you said, the Jets one was interesting. It's very different watching Justin Fields when he's not on your team. And he's on my fantasy team instead because he gets loads of garbage time points, and it's really great. But like,
Wilson as well gets garbage time points. Yeah. So what I wanted to do this week, boys, if you are up for it, if you've got anything in particular that you just want to really delve into, rather than do it as we go along the kind of recap for Week 5. Is there anything in particular that? I mean, obviously, I'm going to talk about you guys last week with one of the worst calls of the season so far. You told all our beautiful watchers and listeners that the Patriots couldn't beat the Jets, which was absolutely crazy. But
you mean the Bills?
Did I say the Jets?
Yeah, you did.
Got the Jets on the brain.
But hey, there's still time. They might beat you yet.
Yeah, there's absolutely no chance we're losing to the Jets. But yeah, man. I mean, going into it, I went into the game. I said it on the pod last week that we're improving every week. We've got a solid defense. I think probably going to end up being one of the best defenses in the league without being biased. I just think we're really complimentary. Our defensive line is absolutely mental. Our secondary, when both Davis and Gonzo are in, mental. Linebackers are serviceable, I think. But the Bills in the previous 2 games, I forget who they played just before they played the Saints. They weren't fantastic in either game. And they're there to be beat. They are there to be beat. They were 4-0, but they scraped through a couple of trap games just before they played us. And yeah, I mean, obviously I was hyped, and obviously I was not walking in going, yeah, we'll win this, because even when we left 15 seconds on the clock at the end of the game, I was still thinking, oh no, it's 15 seconds and it's Josh Allen. But Curtis Samuel done his thing, took about 7 seconds running the ball back after the kickoff, and it was done. But yep, Drake May's coming out party. Stephon Diggs just using sheer pettiness to go off is one of the best things I've seen in a long, long time. But yeah, man, we're hyped. And our schedule, I mean, I sent it to Joe. We were having a conversation the other day. Our schedule from here on in it's pretty favourable, if I'm being honest. At this point, I'm going to be disappointed if we're not a playoff team. I'll go on record. If we're not a playoff team, I'll be bitterly disappointed.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. I think, it's such a ridiculously. It's like no schedule's easy, and you never know what's going to happen or what team's going to get better. But looking at it now, it's like what are we, a third of the way into the season? It looks like you should fairly like smoke some teams. It's looking good. A couple of comments in the chat there as well. Don't know if you saw those. Matt
Yeah,
said
so
his
I was
Twitter's-
going to let you cook, but all right, Joe. Let's see, Joe's got this ready. In the chat, Matt, as always, we're back. We absolutely are, sir. DJ in the chat, of course. Welcome back, DJ. We are going to get on Madden, mate. We promise. We mentioned it last week and then still didn't play, but we are going to do it. We're going to get back on Madden. Matt changing his allegiances to the 49ers. How do we rate them for the rest of the season? Well, I don't know if you're new to the Niners, Matt, but they've got a stud quarterback back there called Mac Jones. Used to be a Patriot, and he's. Do you know what, B-Dog, you're shaking your head, right? That man, from before he was even drafted, was made for the Niners.
I mean, yeah, I get
Was
that. I
that
get
man
that.
not just meant to be a
Yeah.
Niner? Straight off the bat.
He was. And the funny thing is, if they took him instead of Trey Lance, they would have had 3 more first-round picks on that team and probably would have won 2 Super Bowls by now. So, yeah. But for me, the Niners this season are, you know, the meme from South Park where it's like Randy being like, I didn't hear no bell. That's kind of what the Niners are this year, where they just keep getting injuries, but they just keep like winning teams. So yeah, it's pretty impressive how much they're still winning. So yeah, not a bad team at all to be back right now.
Hey, as long as you can keep grinding that wins, it doesn't matter what your record is if you get to the playoffs, because it completely starts again. You know, the Bills, the Ravens, teams like that know that very, very well. And DJ, Kev, I got your boy Drake May, my fantasy team, and I'm a fan now. Yeah, he's literally one of the best fantasy quarterbacks. He's mental. I haven't been on Madden much recently, but I did just get married last Friday. Wow! Woo! Oh wait, I'm sure I've got like a little. Yay!
Hey.
Congratulations, DJ and partner. We would have liked an invite, like. We're not gonna try too much. Congratulations, my man. We're really, really pleased for you, and we hope that everything doesn't go south now that you're married, because it is an impending doom. My wife is giving me daggers right now. If I was confident enough to turn my camera around without it unplugging, I would show you Louise's face. But no, Dan, they'll be fine. They're both men. They'll be happy as out. No, congratulations, DJ. Absolutely thrilled for you, my man. But yeah, B-Dog, thoughts on the Patriots playoffs chances?
I mean, it does look a bit more hopeful. Drake May is single-handedly carrying that team realistically. Doesn't necessarily mean that's a good thing. If a quarterback, I'm yet to see a team where a quarterback single-handedly carries the team all the way to the playoffs and the Super Bowl.
For like 20 years.
No. You're forgetting Tom Brady also had a defense.
We've got a defense.
It's still debatable, I think. I still think, they played pretty well last week, but like you said to me a couple of weeks ago, Gonzo came back and played really well, and Carlton Davis played absolutely awful.
Well, that's true, but you know what? They both showed up and showed out this week, so here we are. But
funny thing is, though, I've not heard anyone say it is that Will Campbell has 2 short arms to play tackle. He seems to be doing just fine.
Mate, have you seen his pass blocker rating?
No, I haven't.
It's crazy. We've went from like a bottom 2 pass blocking team in the league last year to top 5 this year, and I'm not going to say it's because it all came from left tackle, because it didn't. We've got Morgan Moses on the right hand side, where last year we just had a turnstile. We've kind of downgraded at centre, I think, because David Andrews kind of left, but Jared Wilson, another rookie, left guard. They're doing it, man. They're doing it, and even if this season we don't quite reach what I think we potentially could reach, I think the building blocks there for like a build that's gonna put us pretty close to being a really good team. But that's just me. Maybe I've just got my love hearty Drake May goggles on. But Yeah, I'm excited for us. Should we get into some week 5 games?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Let's
I mean,
go. Really,
go
sorry,
through the order, or-
Joe, not to cut you off, really quickly, before we started the stream, I asked everyone for a quote, and B-Dog said, "You're not coming through my headphones," which is why B-Dog's quote on the bottom of the screen is, "You're not coming through my headphones." Right,
Damn right.
let's get the games up really quickly. Giants, Eagle. No, that's this week. Big 5. Niners, Rams. Mac Jones, like I just said to Matt in the chat. Mac Jones again, man. What can you say?
Did you see the clip of him vomiting and walking off the field and then coming back on and winning the game? It's pretty beautiful to watch.
He just doesn't. He doesn't like contact. All right. I'm not. And to be fair, I'm not surprised. Did you see he had like 17 bananas or something?
Yep. They even peeled it for him, didn't they? What man can't peel his own bananas?
Someone that doesn't have to do that too. Doesn't have to, man.
That's true.
Yeah, no. 49ers, Rams kind of shit the bed. Sexy McVay kind of came out and said, "Yeah, I put the team in a bad spot with his last play call of the game." I think it was like 4th and 1 or 2, and ran a halfback dive with Kyron Williams, and the hole just got stuffed, and that was the game.
Yeah,
Obviously, the whole game isn't just that player, but you would have fancied Matt Stafford and Puka to be able to drive down the field if that was the opportunity given to them, but that wasn't the case, unfortunately. Anything to add, boys?
Yeah, no, not a lot. Just watched stuff by the Niners. Like they're still a whole team. They're still like the D line's still there. They're still performing to their level. They've not let the standards drop. So, and that's the thing is the NFL season. I think is decided by teams that can still win games under gun injuries, and they're doing a great job of it. So yeah, it's going to be tough on a beat in that division, I think.
Yeah, it's interesting, B-Dog, isn't it? Because at the start of the season, we kind of spoke about both West divisions, and we said that both West divisions are going to be really, really close, but for different reasons. And it's kind of working out that way. Not to say that because the Rams have been good on the most part, but if I can just get the records up, just give me a second.
I mean, that conference was the only one over 500 up until it was last week anyway. I don't know if it's still is. It's still a good division.
No, you're absolutely right, Joe. So before, obviously, last weekend, because the Cards are now 2-3, the Rams are 3-2, Seahawks 3-2, Niners go to 4-1. Like you just said, before last weekend, every team was on that 500 or above it. So we were right, but for the wrong way, which is this podcast absolutely personified, is it not? We get the answer, just the workings are completely incorrect.
It's like, you know what I mean, 50% on your math paper.
Yeah, sure your workings just can't. But yeah, anyways, the London game, Vikings Browns. The Vikings came back in the fourth quarter to beat the Browns 21-17. Thoughts on that?
I had the Browns for this as well.
Yeah, I didn't. I know that the Vikings had loads of players out on the O-line, so I just thought that line, Browns D-line was just going to kill Carson Wentz. But yeah, it looks like he survived and managed to put up some good points, man. Like it was a good game. Like he played better, no picks. So yeah, big step up from him. So be interesting to see sort of how far he can take them in the short term. Anyway.
Is there an argument for saying, because everyone was talking about Dylan Gabriel coming in and his first game being overseas? I think that's a perfect situation. I was saying it for Jalen here before London came last year. Like, if he sits till week 7 and plays his first game in London, perfect. You're not going to get an overwhelming home crowd. You're not going to get a really hostile away crowd. I think it's the perfect situation. I think he played really well.
To be
honest. But one thing I was going to say when we all said that we took the Browns, there was, I think, this in the pick'em this week. This week for the pick'em was the lowest scoring one across the board. I think everyone was around like 500 in terms of like picks or below that. There was a few games that were pretty tough to call this week.
Yeah.
But yep, Indiana Jones is back. Colts 40, the Raiders 6. Are we done on the Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah, like just the O line is just terrible. Like it's not great. It's performing a bit more like Jenny's gone a little bit more in this sort of steering into just getting him some more open roles. But yeah, just until they get some more help on O line, and I think at this rate and in the quarterback, it's just not going to work.
How dare you insult Mr. Stevie Wonder at quarterback?
Look, I'm higher in Geno than most people. I think he done great last year, like with the Seahawks. But the thing is, if he's not upright, he's not going to win you games. If you can give him a clean pocket, he'll win you games. But if you not, you can't improvise, you can't roll out. It's not. He's not that caliber of player. Like, and he's not the long-term solution either. Like respect for sort of trying something short-term. Obviously, when your head coach is like the HP Carroll is, like you kind of want to go for the quickest option. But yeah, I think they need a new QB and they need a new O-line. Yeah, quick.
The Stevie Wonder shouts absolutely criminal by UB dog.
Hey, look, I've seen just a few of the throws. You know, you can just see them overthrowing, underthrowing.
It doesn't look good, does it? He must lead the league in interceptions as well, because it seems like every week he's got a million of them. I mean, 2 again this week. I'll just have a quick look.
It's not his fault. He sometimes forget what team he's on. That's all.
I mean, he's been on enough of them. So.
It's been around, you know.
So I don't know if he's got the most interceptions, but in terms of like ranked from like best to worst, he's got 9, which puts him 63rd in the league, which is mental when there's 32 teams. Like how that can't.
Don't forget
There must be joint there.
The joints and the rest of the QBs that haven't played yet, so they haven't thrown a pick.
But 9. That is mental, man. I mean,
consider we're on week 5, it's pretty rough. Like.
He hasn't got the best like supporting cast, and I get that, but like, you know, just it's some of the throws.
He's
like
leading.
You were saying, Big Dog. It's some of the throws he's choosing to make. Like, what are you doing? Like,
so he's leading the league in interceptions. So QBs 2 and 3 on that list are both Bengals. It's Jake Brown and the newly acquired Joe Flacco are trading with 8 and 6. So yeah, the Bengals are 2 and 3 on that list. And then Trevor Lawrence is 4.
well, we may as well do it because I like this kind of authentic way of just switching to a different game. So we may as well talk about like Joe Flacco and the Bengals.
Yeah,
because is that not the quarterback that makes the least sense?
I think yeah.
O-line?
I think it makes like I think this is just fan service. I think this is just keeping your fan crowd happy because you're doing something and you're not just admitted defeat. But the thing is, like Jake Browning, like is bottom of the league in like EPA, and then second bottom is Joe Flacco. Like you're not changing a lot here. And the thing is, he's not a long-term option. He's literally 40. He isn't a long-term option in any way. Like even if you think he can't
move, they've got the offensive lines made of paper, and the man can't move. He's 40.
The play action game's dead because he can't do it. Like it's just
it doesn't make you a shot, man.
Yeah, exactly. I think to be honest though, this might be tinfoil hat time. I think this says a lot about Shedeur Sanders actually. And if you're trading for a quarterback, and bear in mind this is the only trade the Browns and the Bengals have ever done, because there's a massive feud between them. Because the Bengals are owned by Paul Brown's son, who still holds a grudge against the team for sacking his dad. So this is the one that's breaking it. If you're going to break that streak to trade for a quarterback, would you rather the 40-year-old on a full veteran contract, or would you rather the 5th round pick on a rookie deal who's going to save you a load of money, and if he does turn out to be a good player, could actually give you some long-term coverage for Burrow. It's pretty damning of him if the fact that, like, I mean, if you offered the Browns now, offered to turn their 5th-round pick into like a 3rd or even a 2nd, like, you know, less than a few months after the draft, they would take your hand off. So the fact that they're not
Thing is,
still
what you're forgetting as well, Joe, is the Bengals passed on him 4 or 5 times. I don't know
exactly
in the draft, but
yeah.
And it's come out since Joe Flacco's left the Browns that they're not even committing to Shador being number 2, and is the only other quarterback they've got. It doesn't look good. B-Dog, what's your thoughts? Because we've spoke about Shador a million times.
Yeah, well, like Joe said, it's money at the end of the day. Like everyone was saying, Jameis was right there. Why don't you go out and just trade for Jameis? That's something that you're going to get 35 touchdowns. Yes, you're going to get 35 picks alongside of it, but it's going to be entertaining to watch, and the ball's going to be going downfield. But again, I think it's under $1 million. That's all it costs for Joe Flacco, and realistically, it is just for this season. It is just for this season. So. Are they just going to play quick? Are they just going to play a shotgun? Is Joe Flacco suddenly going to be able to move in the pocket again? Who knows?
Oh, I'm having a disaster, boys. My laptop needs plugged in.
Oh no, he's going to die. We're going to lose everything.
I think this kind of. I think this kind of shows the sort of problem with the fact that how large QB contracts are getting, because you've got the Bengals sitting there where they're a contending team and the QBs are for a while. You've got the Ravens there in exactly the same situation. And then you've got, who admittedly wasn't great last year, but you've got Kirk Cousins sitting there. You've got, trying to think of other veterans not playing currently. But you've got, there's better options there, but it's because there isn't the cap space there. Like the Bengals cannot afford that cap space. The Ravens do not have that cap space. And they're left like rolling up like, like, I don't know if anyone watched the Bengals this week, but it's like Cooper Rush at QB. It was not pretty. And it's, and you're throwing away your season if you don't have the cap space to bring in like a decent veteran, like you might be used to. In the past, you might have your QB2 used to be guys like Brian Hoyer who could actually win you a couple of games, or decent players. But no, it's just like rough stuff like this. Like,
they put that much stock into, having the guy that they don't often think about what happens if the guy goes down.
Yeah.
And especially with the Joe Burrow one, because what was it, 3 months? If for whatever reason they put together, a decent enough run of games where they sneak into the playoffs, he comes back and you're right back on track. But one, they've waited too late to do it. And 2, I just don't think that's the right choice at all. Like you mentioned then, B-Dog, Jameis Winston for me would have been the perfect guy. And you talk about cap space and all that. But because another thing isn't it interesting that the situation is that if they could, if they got a decent enough QB to get them, into the back door of the playoffs, Joe Burrow comes back, he's got a chance. But it's Joe Burrow demanding that all of his guys get paid. It's taking all of the cap space away. I love Joe Burrow. He's one of my favourite quarterbacks in the league, if not players, full stop. But that was always going to come back in one way or another to bite them in the ass. And it's going to continue to come back and bite them in the ass because they're going to start losing pieces and not afford to, pick up equivalent or better pieces. They need a really, really good defensive draft this year. But that's just my 2 pennies worth. While we're talking about them, the Bengals lost to the Lions 37-24. It wasn't that close. Bengals just thrown together nothing in garbage time. 21 fourth quarter points. But the Lions were already done by that point.
Beautiful TD pass from David Montgomery. So, what a play.
We love to see it, man. We love to see it.
Cincinnati native as well, actually. Is in his home
Oh, is he?
So. Yeah.
There you go. Giants shit the bed and somehow let the Saints beat them. Fair enough. I'll take that. The Cowboys we'll go into this one a bit for B-Dog. 37-22. We spoke about it a little bit at the start, B-Dog, but never really looked uncomfortable at all, did it?
No, not really. It was. It started off a bit dry. There was a couple of drives where it was field goal, and then halftime we were up 21-6, and I was like, right, okay. And then
Yeah.
carried on watching it, and
23-3 it was, B-Dog.
23-3 even. But yeah, it was just after that first half, I was confident. Like Jake Ferguson putting a show with 2 tutties, and Pickens did his thing, and
Jake Ferguson's slowly becoming one of the better tight ends in the league.
And Javonte Williams slowly becoming an absolute baller for $3.5 million.
I know, out of nowhere, we were mocking him at the start of the year.
I know.
What do we know?
He heard it. That's what it was.
Yeah, this is it, man. But yeah, like we said, Cowboys comfortable throughout. Jets again, just garbage time.
Yeah, I think the only thing I can take away from this game is that there was a 3rd and 7 with the Cowboys run defense, and it was like they were playing like soft zone, like 9 yards off. And it's like, why are you giving them 9 yards of space when they've only got to make 7? And it's. I mean, granted, yeah, it probably was like a secured game, but that's the one thing that I think is going to kill the Cowboys this year. Is if Jerry Jones doesn't like grab Eberflus and just go stop playing soft zone, because it's just going to kill them. It needs to get a bit tighter, and they need to stop. Yes, it's garbage time, but like that game could have been an absolute bloodbath, and that score almost doesn't reflect how much of a dominant win it was. I mean, Dak Prescott's playing out of his mind. Like they're asking him to be Superman, and he's doing it. So you kind of need to help him out a bit by the defense and not being terrible.
Yeah. Hey, any thoughts in the chat are absolutely welcome as well. Keep the comments coming in, and we'll keep putting them on the screen because we can do that now.
Yeah.
It's a fun little feature. Broncos knock off the 4-0 Eagles. This has been coming for the Eagles, hasn't it? Last week, they can only play in one half, and I mean, they barely got gone in either, but they were far better in the first half again. And then they seem to be all or nothing. So like they were running the ball. There was a lot of talk kind of the first couple of weeks of the season that they weren't throwing it, and AJ Brown like spat his dummy out and stuff. So then they've gone, oh, we need to just throw it all the time. And then they went to just throwing it all the time. What are they doing?
Super weird game plan, I think, here. Like, if you're only giving Saquon Barkley 6 rushing attempts, even though you're up 17-3 at one point, like, it's just like, what are you doing? You got into the 4th, end of the 3rd? When gone into the 4th quarter, 17-3, but you've only 6 rushing attempts to Saquon. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's your bread and butter, is like being dominant, running the ball.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the roll line's a bit beat up, but like, you can't just divert from your identity there. You've still got to at least stick to it a bit and give it a go, and like just haven't, and it's just collapsed a bit. And like, I think this is
about just keeping the defense honest, though, isn't it?
Yeah. And this one is especially as well.
If they're just playing the pass anyways, then they're gonna be able to defend the pass. You've got to, make them safeties drop in, make them linebackers stand a little 2 or 3 yards shallower. Like, you can't just have the other team knowing that you're throwing the ball, because they're just going to sit back and let you throw the ball. And it's not.
This is a team that doesn't care if it will let you throw the ball, and the Broncos will happily let you sit back and attempt to throw in them. Like, they do not mind that at all. Like, I think this is probably a good wake up call for the Eagles, really.
Absolutely agree. But big one for the division, B-Dog.
Oh,
because what is it? What are the commas on?
It's
3-2, usually 2-1. So I reckon it's there for the taking. If they keep kind of playing the way they are and not being able to play a full game, it's there for someone. And
it's always a tough division.
I was just about to say, B-Dog, this is the division that hasn't had back-to-back winners since the early 2000s or something, isn't it? Something mental.
Yeah, we've been doing this too long, Kev, if you're already thinking that.
The only thing is, there's a lot of parallels between like this point in the season last year. People weren't that high on the Eagles, and it's the same with the last Super Bowl year as well. It's like they've not typically got off the quick starts. Like they are quite a slow team to get going. So I don't think Eagles fans need to panic just yet. They're some of the way they're playing is literally like if you look at their statistics, they're sort of like bottom 5 historically, and a lot of like first down, like their first down metrics are awful. They're going like 3-0 or 4-0 on about 50% of their plays, which is generally like bottom 5 of the last 10 years or so. It's terrible. So like they do need to figure that out, but to be honest, like if they're still 4-1 considering that, like I think they're not out just yet. So yeah, they need to pick some things up a bit, but they're managing to sort of still keep it afloat. So yeah, it's not a bad first team to have your only loss against. So we'll see how the rest of the season goes for them.
I'm just hoping that, selfishly, I'm hoping they stick to this. We'll just throw the ball all the time, and then I can ship AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Still trying to get a running back, B-Dog.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if I can give up James Cook.
All right, fine. Give up Jimmy Gibbs then. Give up Gibbs.
No, give up Gibbs. I'll take your starting team.
That's fair enough. Right. The first of the the second of the AFC East losses. The Dolphins again absolutely flogged it, shit the pants against the Panthers.
The only thing I've noted in this game is Rico Dardle, like damn what a game from him. Yeah, 206 yards. Like we'll see what it does against the Cowboys. I think they've got the Cowboys next week, so we'll see what it does against them. His former team. Apparently, there's been no bad blood there. I saw one of the ex-coaches talking about it, saying that there's there was no bad blood, and they fought really highly of him. So we'll see if that's much of a revenge game. But yeah, it was what a game.
And then Rico Dowdle came out and was just like, "Yeah, I can't wait to see what they can do to try and stop me now."
I love it, man. I think if you picked up, well, not even if you hadn't, but some guys have picked up Dowdle in the fantasies, and like in our dynasty league, someone already had him. But if you put him in for the first time this season last week, you're absolutely chuffed to bits, aren't you? 23 carries, 206 yards, a touchdown. He just went off. I mean, the Dolphins defense, gee, like do me a favor.
Yeah.
It's just rough for them. I don't know how it gets any better either. Like the only thing that they potentially had going for them was that maybe their offense can outscore defenses, but you lose Tyreek. Waddle goes to the number one. He's getting double covered. Who's is it Malik Washington?
It's Darren Waller's team now.
Darren, you mean Gronk?
Unbelievable! Just what is it? 2 years since he played a game or something? Off
the couch, one of the best players in the league. Crazy, but not worried about the Dolphins or the Jets this year.
Nope.
It's once again a decent time to be a Patriots fan, which
doesn't happen a lot.
It's only been like 5 years. It's fantastic.
I was thinking about you in the middle of the pack team again.
Well, do you know what, right? I'll take it. Yeah, absolutely, because that's where the foundation goes from. I was thinking of you the other day, Joe, because I was thinking, how many years is it that the Bears have tried to get a decent quarterback, and we found within like 5 years of the greatest of all time leaving.
I mean, hey, look, like the Bucs replaced Brady before you guys managed to, so at least there's that.
Doesn't matter, does it? Doesn't matter. The Bucs will have to replace their current guy before we do. So, yeah.
Ooh.
Tell you what, while we're talking about the Bucs, shake and bake again.
Always.
Bucs 38, Seahawks 35.
Is that Baker's best game yet? Best game he's ever played?
33, 379 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's mental.
Yeah.
Just
See him
like,
giving it to the Seahawks fan.
yeah. just what a play. The thing is, I think this game was just like honestly one of the maybe the best game of the year. I know we talked week one about like
It's not even the
Bills
best game of the
Ravens.
week.
No, I genuinely think this was. I think this was such a shootout. It was two QBs in the top five in EPA per play. You've got JSN on one side and a big on the other. Just incredible receivers. Both actually products of Ohio State's wide receiver coach Brett Hartline, which he just keeps pumping out elite receivers. And there's at least one more coming out in the next draft, so that's going to be incredible to see him playing as well. I think Ibuka's already got sort of offensive rookie of the year lockdown. I can't see who he's going to be competing against him for that. He's just already their number one receiver. Just completely walks into that role, which I think he would have done even if there wasn't injuries. But the fact that there is, just been able to shine, it's just been great to watch. I think the biggest takeaway for me for this is that I'm assuming everyone's seen the picture of Donald and Baker on the Panthers practice on the Panthers field,
Yeah.
and it's just like they had both of them at one point, and they've now wanted to do other things. But I think it's an indication of what I was saying about the salary cap. Is that teams, the way the salary cap's set up now is that you have to be good on your rookie deal, and that you don't have time to get better. And you had a situation with Donald and Baker where they didn't crack it in the first 2 or 3 years because they were in bad situations, so the team shipped them off. But then, look, once they get a few years to stoke the league in, they get decent coordinators. Baker spent a lot of time with Canales, well, not a lot of time, good time with Canales in Tampa before he went over to Carolina. That really helped him a lot. And then Donald had Kevin O'Connell, and as soon as they get good coaching and good teams, look, they're decent players. So it's kind of the issue with the way the salary cap's set up now is that rookie QBs just don't get the time to learn the game, and it's sad to watch because I do think about how many players like Baker and Donald are out there. They're not in the right situations, and but I think, like I said, these two of the top five in EPA per play out of quarterbacks. Can you guys guess the other three in the top five?
So what was that? Say it again, Joe.
So EPA per play is expected points added, right? So per play, so it's how many points are you adding on average per snap you take, right? So the top five in the league, 2 of the 5 are Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. Can you guess who the other 5 are?
Dak Prescott.
Caleb Williams, man.
No, Caleb's not on this list. Neither is Dak.
Drake May.
Yep, he's 5th. Drake May is 5th. Dak is 6th.
In the top 5. He's in the top 5 for everything, mate.
So
Josh Allen.
Yeah, he is 3rd. So that's So who's number 1? Can you guess who number 1 is out of the entire league in EPA per play after 5?
All right, so it's Spencer Rattler. No, it's going to be so. Oh, is it Indiana Jones?
Yeah, it is Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
He's the leading quarterback in EPA per play after 5 weeks, which is unbelievable. Yeah,
I do owe B-Dog an apology because I mocked him a lot last year, and he's our guy now, man.
Yeah, look at the times.
I love his new nickname is better than the old one as well. Indiana Jones is absolutely sick. Right, just
Danny.
Oh, sorry, go on, mate.
That was it. They go Danny Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
unbelievable, man.
I think just to shout him out as well. So I didn't mention it when we were talking about that game, but he is actually playing incredibly well. I think it was against the Raiders. They ran play action on 11 plays, and he made completions on 10 of those. And I think his success rate is through the roof. But the thing is, he's actually getting the ball out in about 2.7 seconds, even though they're running loads of play action. So if you're running play action, your back is to the defense half the time. So you're only getting to look at them for about half of that. So it means he's reading the defense in 1.5 seconds and getting the ball up. So his read time is just unbelievable. So he's playing so well. And it just, to be fair, I think it makes Anthony Richardson look even worse, the fact that how well Daniel Jones is doing. So
Comeback player of the year.
Well, you never know. But we'll see what team he ends up on. But it's DJ's just playing so well. One of the nicest stories of this year, I think.
He is. Right, to rattle through the rest of these boys. We got to these, we've done these. Texans beat the Ravens 44-10.
Yep.
Ravens.
Yeah,
Obviously the quarterback doesn't help, but crikey, the defense is bad, isn't it?
yeah. Just like the thing is, I don't know if you saw the injury list. It looked like a roster. It was awful. So yeah, I mean the thing is, if half your team's out, you are going to suck. But yeah, I mean this is poor, very very poor.
It's a time to tank for the Ravens. Like they want a top pick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, this is it. And you know what, right? When all their guys come back next year and they get a, potentially top 10, top 5, maybe if they keep playing like this pick next year, then they're absolutely laughing, aren't they?
Yeah.
And Lamar will still win MVP somehow.
Well, I don't know. I actually think he got robbed for it last year, but
yeah.
The Cards shit the bed against the Titans.
Cards.
I think
what
one
a Benny
of the
Hill ass game! Like, oh my days!
craziest touchdowns I've ever seen.
Just the whole game is just like comical. I mean, between the fumbling through the end zone. I mean, we were talking about this in the chat. Like, it's if you fumble the ball through the end zone trying to do that stupid little like thing where you look cool and toss it as you cross the goal line, you should be like cut immediately. Like if I was going to set up a new team, that would be the first rule. Like I'd like waivers immediately.
Again, though, like a week after the last guy did it, like what are you doing?
Yeah, it's just like the risk reward is crazy. Like I don't know how people keep doing it. If you don't even look that cool if you pull it off, you just look like an idiot if you like fail like that.
It doesn't like it's not like that's cool. Like he flipped the ball as he ran into the end zone. Like no one cares.
Between like I can't remember there was the cornerback who like didn't secure the pick, which led to the ridiculous fumble touchdown where Lockett fell on it. That was just ridiculous. And then you've got as well. But even like the fact that they couldn't stay on the field at the end of the game to like ice it and like just a joke of a game all round. Like you've got to operate better than that if you're the Cardinals. Like you can't Marvin Harrison's actually playing like a football player now and like playing decently. Like Michael Carter is like genuinely like saved me in fantasy. Like what a dude! Like just a guy coming off practice squad performing like that was just like unbelievable. But yeah.
While we're on it, Joe, I had a 75% chance of winning that game.
I know you did. Yeah.
At one point.
Whatever. Yeah.
my second window players just shit the bed, and I don't know what happened, but yeah, congratulations, man.
I just had some heroics from Bill Merritt and then Michael Carter. So yeah, it's very pleased that we. But yeah, like you've got guys stepping up, you've got guys playing, but just to just fumble so badly, metaphorically and literally, on some of the just like really fundamental stuff and just not to the dumb stuff, just falling on dead balls, just like not fumbling through the end zone looking like a tit. Like you just got to sort it out. I mean, it's just embarrassing.
Yeah, absolutely right. Right, again, rapidly getting through the rest of these games.
Yes.
Bucks beat the Seahawks, we've done that. Lions beat the Bengals, we've done that. Commies beat the Chargers. Jane Daniels back. Pretty good. I don't think he's hit the heights that he had last year yet, but pretty good. Patriots beat the Bills 23-20.
Hey, move on.
Like I woke up a little bit half read, saw the score, and I was like, "Oh, Kev's going to be insufferable." But it's just like,
you better
and then
believe
it. Yeah. And then what was the message that you put in the chat? Was just like ha, 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 or something. Like the morning of yeah. It's just I mean, to be fair though, I think that like the Bills, what was it late in the game? Like he just throws the pick, and it's you can't do that in that situation. Like Allen's got to do better, which is crazy to say about the Roden MVP. But yeah, just like I think he had Cook open as well. It's like late in the third, just needs to make better throws. But yeah, no credit to the Pats, man. Good game for them.
And the Jags beat the Chiefs on another mental play at the end of the game. Like
yeah.
T-Law
fumble
had his dinner, decided to get up and thought, I'll just walk into the end zone now. I seen an edit today, and it was a still from the touchdown. and all the other players apart from Chris Jones had been took
Yep.
off it, and it had been made dark. So it was like it's 3 days later, the lights are out, and Chris Jones is still waiting for someone to tackle Trevor Lawrence.
So, have you heard the conspiracy? I'm starting to like build this conspiracy about how.
Oh God.
So Taylor Swift, I think, was meant to play the Super Bowl halftime show, but because the Chiefs have
Yeah.
been asked, they pulled out. Because this is the latest they've ever announced it, and they've just announced Bad Bunny. And then she was giving an interview on the New Heights podcast where she said about how she'd been getting into baking sourdough.
Oh,
And
yes,
obviously,
yeah.
the Super Bowl is in San Francisco, whose mascot is Sourdough Sam. And yeah, this is all this stuff. Apparently, she was in negotiations for it as well. Apparently, it's possibly something to do with how she wanted to hold the rights to the performance rather than the NFL. But it's more likely to do with the fact that the Chiefs are us and they're going to miss the playoffs because they've already got a losing record. But the weird thing is, yes, you love to see it. You love to see it. But like, I don't know. The thing is, like, Pat's playing better as well. It's taking deep shots again. But like, we'll see what happens when Rice comes back. But yeah, they are not looking like a solid team.
I cannot wait for Rice to come back.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, it's just like the thing is, if you keep, it's never a good sign unless you're like the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. It's never a good sign if your quarterback's like you're consistently your leading rusher. And it's just been the case for them. And like the thing, like you said about keeping defenses honest, if you can't run the ball effectively, you're not going to be able to take deep shots, and that's the situation they're in.
Absolutely right. B-Dogs, you take the Jags then. What's the crack with the Jags? 4-1.
What do you mean? They're led by the first member of the Sexy Quarterback Club. What more needs to be said? Obviously, we get to go and see that man in person next weekend.
The last time I saw that man in person, he broke my heart.
Well, now you get to see him in person again.
I'll be rooting for him this time.
Yeah. So, but no, I mean, he's not having a bad season, is it? Some of the players, I mean, Travis Hunter is. Some of the players he pulls off are absolutely ridiculous on the offense. I think it is going to eventually come down to the decision of he has to play one way because he's not being as effective as he could be by playing, 40% on offense, 40% on defense, and 20% resting.
Who'd have knew that it isn't viable to do that in the NFL?
I know. It looks really good there. And a great catch over the one we got like split in half.
Yeah.
Like, Chiefs winners, like great catch there. And like, I don't know, I could see him playing more on offense a bit more. And like, I think the whole two-way thing, it's a bit, you're never going to get the best out of a player in that situation.
No.
But
No.
he's playing better, but I think his ceiling is fairly capped just by how much you can realistically get him on the field.
Right. B-Dog. We're going to take it to some screenshot stats.
Screenshot stats!
There we go. Let's go. Right. Again, not many this week, boys. I mean, I've got a load of them, but a lot of, like, it would be heavily, like, Patriots orientated.
Oh, they're all track there.
So I'll maybe not. But
oh, we got saved you.
For God's sake. Right. So what we'll do is I'm trying to work out the dates on my phone. So yeah. So right. Okay. No. So we have got a few. We've got a few. Right. Okay. So 3-0 record, 800 plus passing yards, 6 plus passing touchdowns in the first 3 starts with the team since 1950. Kurt Warner, Pat Mahomes, Matt Stafford, and
Is it Drake May, any chance?
Nope.
No. 3-0.
Michael McCorkle Jones.
Oh.
Mac Jones. All right, so this is where the bias starts going in. Drake May on 3rd and 4th down this season. Adjusted completion, 88.2%, first in the league. Yards per attempt, 9.9, first in the league. Passer rating, 133.3, first in the league. Touchdowns, 4, second in the league. Interceptions, 1, first in the league. Not first in the league. That's wrong. Can't be first in the league.
Last in the league.
Points scored this season. All right.
Okay.
The Colts kicker, Spencer Schrader, 51. The Tennessee Titans entire team combined, 51.
It's kind of shocking when Schrader not out injured as well, when the Colts have to go for two
Yeah.
the entirety of the last game. So that's even like minus a game as well.
It's brilliant.
Unbelievable.
So the Philadelphia Eagles, total yards on offense, 1,006 yards. Total yards punting, 1,005 yards.
Wow.
Yeah. Now I can't remember when I screenshotted that, so that might have been just before the game. I can't remember. This one's genuinely mental, right? In his 30s, Tom Brady went 51-1 in the regular season against AFC teams.
Damn.
Tom Brady went 51-1 in the regular season against AFC teams.
That's mental. That can't be right. That's nuts. What?
What was the AFC team that beat him though?
Well, I don't know, it was his 30s, so it's like 30 years ago. I can't remember. It's bound to have been the Jets or the Dolphins or something like that. It will have been. It'll been the Dolphins in Miami or something. Baker Mayfield went trailing against the Seahawks. 10 for 11, 143 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, perfect 158.3 passer rating.
Not bad from Shake and Bake there.
Shake and bake, baby.
Oh, stat line from the Bills-Patriots game. Drake May, Josh Allen. Passing yards, Drake May 273, Josh Allen 253. Completion percentage, Drake May 73.3, Josh Allen 70.9. Touchdowns, Drake May none, Josh Allen 2. Interceptions, Drake May none, Josh Allen 1. Quarterback rating 101.1, 103.3. Toe to toe with the best, man.
I'm still taking on Josh Allen. Like,
oh well, yeah. Well, let's not be stupid here. But for a second-year quarterback, he's doing pretty good, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was against Mr. Haley Steinfeld, like.
Well, yeah, this is it. I sent this one in the chat, but I'll read it out for the purpose of the viewers and listeners. 40.23% of remaining Survivor entries on CBS Sports were eliminated this week by the Cards, Rams, and Bills.
Including 2 from our own, yeah.
Who could have predicted that?
My wife actually picked that one. I was going to decide which one to pick. She went, "Oh, you should pick the Cardinals." I was like, "All right, I will. So if you lose, then I can blame you." And then lo and behold, they did. So, yeah.
And that's how you get divorced, DJ.
But yeah, there's just Dylan in the chat there saying that can't be true. He only lost 1 division game in 9 years. Or have I heard that wrong? Yeah, so I'm looking it up now, and apparently it's
a screenshot start. It's legit.
Hey, it's a screenshot start. I screenshot the start and I read it out. That's why screenshot stats is so beautiful, because I don't have to do the research and I don't have to take accountability. I just read out the screenshot stats. But yeah, it's a fair point. But who knows? Who knows? Right, this one's fairly sick, and I promise it's going to be my last Drake May one. Right, Drake May versus Tom Brady through the first 18 games of their careers. Right,
where's that pot for like counting how many times someone says something by it towards their own team? You're filling that right up, man.
Yeah.
4 or 5 here, like.
I'll tell you what. Right, we'll start that. We'll start that from next week. Right, through the first 18 regular season games, Drake May 338 for 491. Brady 319 for 494. Passing yards, Drake May 3,527. Brady 3,412. Touchdowns, May 22, Brady 23. Interceptions, May 12, Brady 13. It's basically the second coming, guys. Get ready for it. We've got another 20 years of greatness coming.
Is that the new Pats jersey you've got on as well? And
Yeah,
let me guess, have you got 10 May on it?
Yeah,
oh, God.
Let's go. They've got to get the rivalries jersey, man. Have you seen what? So obviously the Bills wore their rivalries jersey last week, and we're wearing all white for the first time in years next week, like this week.
Nice.
You love to see it, right? So teams that had What did you say? What did you
Dylan's
say?
just in the chat there saying, like, you were basically saying you were this hyped to Mac Jones as well. You just didn't have a podcast to say it on, to give it time.
Well, I don't know if you were here for the start, but we've already done the Mac Jones bit, mate.
I still open him up.
Yeah, we've done the Mac Jones bit. Hey, I'll stand by it forever because you've got to back your guy, right?
Yeah, but your guy changes every 3 to 4 years.
At least I've got a guy to root for, mate.
You leave Dak alone.
Right. Teams who were winning records last season. That can't be right with yeah. The Chiefs, the Bengals, the Ravens, the Texans. The record combined this season, 7-13. Teams with losing records last season: Colts, Jags, Pats, Niners. Record this season, 15-5. Turnarounds. Oh, I love this one. Right. Only 2 teams in the NFL that have 100 plus losses over the last 10 seasons. Boys, do you want to have a little guess? We'll do a little bit of trivia.
Jets,
Yeah.
Panthers,
Nope.
Browns.
Nope.
100 losses in the last 10 years. Saints.
Nope. I'll give you a clue. They're both from fairly similar locations. And when I say fairly similar, the exact same.
Is it New York?
It's the Giants. The Jets are the Giants. The Jets have lost 107 games in the last 10 seasons. The Giants, 100.
Wow.
You love to see it when your 2
that's
least
nice.
favourite teams are shite, aren't it? In it. Let's go. And that concludes Screenshot Stats, B-Dog.
Screenshot stats.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Right. Should we get into some studs and duds, boys?
Always.
Right. Let's go. I'll go last because I feel like I've just rabbited on about Screenshot Stats for the last 10 minutes. So I'm going to have a break and shoot with your studs.
Yeah, go on, Joe. You go first.
Yeah, so my stud this week is Michael Carter, who, like, I know it's the age-old thing where no one cares about your fantasy team, but
The
man,
bias is crazy.
I was looking thin at running back, man, and like I eventually managed to proper trade with Dylan, but I hadn't finalised that yet, and I was just like looking very desperate. And then the news comes through about Michael Carter lets us slip on a podcast that he's going to be starting, and then obviously the report saying he's going to be starting. Stuck a flyer on him, and man, he saved me. And like the thing is, coming from the practice squads and getting like, you know, a touchdown, 51 yards rushing, like what's that, 22 yards receiving. Just what, you know, great performance. And then the fact that like the guy you're competing with has just like made himself look like a dumbass in front of everyone, and just made your head coach kick off so much, has now been fined $100,000. Like, just, you know, roads open for him to just like establish himself as a player. It's a way to revitalise your career, and just props to him. So that's my set for this week.
Fair enough. B.
My stud this week has got to be Mr. T-Law, Mr. Trevor Lawrence,
Sexy
for
cute.
beating the Chiefs in the most memorable way ever by almost falling over a third time as he walked into the end zone with 23 seconds left and not even Mahomes could come back.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
It's
Can't
just
argue with
glorious to see, isn't it?
that. It is. It's stick it in my veins kind of material, isn't it? It really is. Before we made the Homer rule, I made my studs, so I'm going to go Stephon Diggs. I don't think you can argue with it, though, boys. I've got to say.
No.
He went to where is it?
Was it 168 yards on 10 out of 12 or something like that?
Yeah, he went 10 receptions off 12 targets, 146 yards, 14.6 yards a reception, along of 32. 8 first downs. He was
if there's anyone
him to be.
If there's anyone who's going to turn up for a revenge game, it's Stephon Diggs.
I know, it's just the sheer pettiness of it. I absolutely love it. And yeah, man, that is my stud. And no more Homer picks from me, I promise. But
Okay.
I think that was justified in all fairness.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Right, duds, boys.
Go on, Joe.
Yeah, my dud is the entirety of the Cardinals apart from Michael Carter.
I'm going to second that then because that's also my good. Go on, Joe.
Yeah, it's just like just sort it out. You know what I mean? It's just fundamentals. It's just diving on balls. It's just like securing the ball. It's just not doing dumbass stuff and just like throwing the ball out the end zone, which I still think's a weird rule, but it's a rule, and you just got to deal with it and just not be a dumbass. So yeah, I just think you've got to sort it out. It's, like I said, this guy's stepping up. Harrison's playing like an actual receiver now. Like the games are there for the winning. Like it's the Titans. You can't lose by 1 point to the Titans. You don't care what point in the season it is. You don't care about what the situation is. Like it's just
the way they lost, Joe, isn't it?
It's the way
that they lost.
Yeah.
You talk about dropping the ball, gone into the end zone, and fumbling the pick and having it recovered for a touchdown, and it's just shambolic.
You've not lost because you're the worst team. You've lost because you're just sloppy, and it's just like, and because of like mental errors, and it's so psychologically hard to bounce back from. So they're gonna really have to like. I mean, who've even got next season?
Yeah.
I mean, that's something to that. So, they've got Indy. Yeah, that's not going to.
You're not going to win like that, right? B. The rounders up for duds.
My duds this week is going to be the NFL, the No Fun League, for finding Jerry Jones $250,000 for sticking his finger up at a Jets fan.
That's enough of that.
I mean, you love to see it. You love to see an owner or anyone like that giving it back to the fans as much as they give it.
Yeah, man, it's theatre.
Don't give it if you can't take it.
Exactly. But that
will be a Homer pick in the future. And
that is correct.
I back that. I back that. Stuff like that.
I'm not saying I picked Jerry Jones. I picked the No Fun League.
What was your reasoning?
Because they find Jerry Jones.
Did you not see? It was like there was like Jets fan underneath him, and they were like heckling him. So he just started like sticking his fingers up and just.
I know.
Yeah.
I do agree. To be honest, I do agree. I'm just bitter that I get called out for Homer picking. That's going to bring us to the end of Studs and Duds, boys.
Yeah. Ooh, Studs and Duds.
Let's have a look forward to week 6. What I'll do is I'll get up the schedule again, and we'll have a run through the games. Where we are, there we are. Is there a way that I can change this so that there we go. Right, that's slightly better. Can we see that all right, boys?
Aye.
Perfect. Right, first up this evening at stupid o'clock. God, this is just going to be who implodes the most, isn't it?
Yep.
Who you've got?
Has to be Philly. I think the Phillies O-line's not playing great, so I think the Giants D-line is going to give them some issues, but I just can't see. I can't see what is it, Dart's third start. I can't see him surviving particularly well against this Philly defense. I don't think they might get blown up as much as people think. I think it might not be as much of a wash, but yeah, I think Philly just takes it.
Yeah. You've just reminded me then, Joe. Remember last week when we were talking about the Giants coming off the back of beating... Who did they beat? Oh, the...
Chargers.
To beat the Chargers.
Yeah.
And I said it would be just like the Giants to beat the Chargers and then lose to the Saints. And I picked the Saints.
Yep.
No. Yeah,
I picked the Chargers.
Yeah, I picked the Giants. Stupid. But, sorry. I'll give you a second.
Oh, I'm taking the Giants.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I'm taking the Giants. I just think Philly had the first loss last week, and they'll be looking for, yeah. Well, the next game will be an easy win because it's only the Giants, and that's going to be their downfall, is them thinking that it's going to be easy. And I can see that's how they're looking at it because, like you said, they only give 6 rush attempts to Barkley last week.
Yeah.
Did they try and overstack that and just try and give him every single carry instead of passing it again? And the Giants, ever-growing D-line balls out.
I mean, fair play, man. I hope it comes off. Yeah, I think that the Eagles are going to get back to right. They've got to look at that game and say, where did we go wrong? And surely they're going to say we need to find a balance between throwing it and running it. And I think that they get to a bit more of a balance this week, because otherwise, what the hell are you doing? I think if they play balanced and they play smart, they should hammer the Giants. But crazy things have happened, man.
Yeah.
It has.
Shout out the Bruins opening the NHL season with a win last night. Sorry, just popped up on my phone. The Denver Broncos and the New York Jets.
It's fairly clearly the Broncos here. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, so interesting stat. Like, so I think in the Super Bowl era, the Jets, no, in fact, not even the Super Bowl era, since 1933, the Jets are the only team to not have a pick or a turnover in the first 5 games. That's the first
This
time.
isn't you coming out with a screenshot stat after the screenshot stat segment, Joe, is it?
Yeah,
Kind of crazy, that, isn't it?
yeah. Not to shake this up, but yeah, it's the like, and the thing is they've got a defensive head coach as well. So I mean, well, let's do the week, who knows? But like, I don't think they're going to do very well against this Denver defense, and Denver's picking up steam a little bit. Could have a big win. I think Denver just takes this year.
When will they learn to just stop hiring defensive head coaches, man?
Never.
Yeah.
Try something else. Yeah, I'm going Broncos as well, B.
Yeah, I think it's just quite an easy one with the Broncos, to be fair, for this situation, isn't it?
Open and shutting it.
Mm.
The LA Chargers and the Arizona Cards and the
Cards. But this
Go
is
on
the
then.
one time I will go against my cards, I think.
Because
Yeah.
it's Indiana Jones.
I'm going to go with Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I agree, to be honest.
Yeah, same. It's you've got like the hot hand of Indiana Jones in the Colts. So it's like the smooth, consistent team against the team that's falling apart. So yeah,
The Cards can't get out the wrong way at all.
No. And that's something I want to bring up as well, Joe. I know you said that Buka's essentially locked in Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'd give Tyler Warren a shout for his money, like.
Yeah, actually, fair enough. Yeah, he's definitely there.
That is a good shout.
You know, he's rushed in for a touchdown from quarterback. He's been essentially the number one target there.
Yeah, he has, and he's been great watch.
Yeah, impressive. He's been impressive.
Great hair as well. He's never won the Sector TV club. He's definitely a member of the Sector Tight End club. So it's
We do need to establish a sexy tight end. Maybe we'll do.
Yeah, we
maybe
do.
we'll do a live one night, like a Tuesday or something, and we'll just do like the sexy club.
we'll draft the sexiest team.
We'll draft the sexiest team.
Yeah, that's a great shout. I say we do it.
Kick off season.
Right.
It's like,
The Chargers and the Dolphins, boys.
yeah, I think this is the Chargers bounce back game. I think that Hampton's gone down on IR, unfortunately. I think this is where the Chargers just have to commit to just like a really quick passing game, which is ironically what Miami do all the time. But yeah, I think this is just all got to be Herbert putting the team on his back and just carrying it. And just I think if they're planning to go for it and knowing that he's got to do everything and know that they've just got to maybe pass the ball out quickly and just sort of I think they're a beatable team, and I think the Cardinals can bounce back nicely from this game against the Mavericks, which is also falling apart.
I absolutely agree. I think the Dolphins are arse.
Yeah.
B, any thoughts?
It's going to go Dolphins, isn't he? So I suppose.
No, he's
I'm
not
going with the
stupid boy.
Dolphins, yeah.
He's a stupid boy.
I reckon this is that one. I reckon this is that one where they may be, for whatever reason, the Chargers come into it a little bit downhearted, and for whatever reason, the Dolphins decide they not to play football again for 1 week and 1 week only.
I think there's a case to be said that the Chargers are depleted,
Yeah,
as hell, but the Dolphins are so bad.
but like I said, I reckon this is the 1 week they remember they can play football.
Yeah, maybe, but Tell you what, B, you'll make some points back in the pick'em if you get all yours right this week.
No, I know.
Right.
I missed that first week.
Shut up, no, you didn't. You just didn't get any right. The New England Patriots and the New Orleans Saints.
Ooh.
I really want to say the Saints just to like piss you off, but like I can't. Like,
Hey,
I'm
you
not
go for it. But whatever
No, I don't
whatever
think
you choose on here, you've got to pick on your pick'ems. That's just the
I
way
know,
it goes.
I know. No,
Oh yeah.
that's it. I think May's on a hot streak. I think Rattler's actually playing like a half decent quarterback. But,
I
yeah,
do, to be honest.
I think Vrabel's shown himself to be one of the better game planners in the league, and I think he managed to plan around this and takes the idea.
Go on, B. Tell you what, I'll help you out because my concern with I'll be fair. My concern with the Saints is that a lot of their offense comes through Kamara out of the backfield
Yeah.
and the tight ends. Juwan Johnson, Foster Moreau.
Yep.
The other tight end. Who's the other tight end?
Oh,
Taysom Hill.
Oh yeah, Taysom Hill. Yep, sorry. A lot of their offense comes through that in the middle of the field, tight end, or the back out of the backfield, and that's where we're weakest.
Yep, I know that's exactly what I was thinking.
I've said about
Your
our
secondary.
DBs, like, yeah,
I was going to say your secondary deep, mid and deep, fantastic last game. Your shallow game, awful.
Yeah,
Kamara's limited though.
So I'm going to go with the Saints.
I told
primarily
you I'm for you, didn't I?
No, I'm going to go with the Saints. I think, like you said, Rattler had a decent game last week. It's starting to look all right. Shaheed is obviously the only wide receiver they've got. So if he's covered, everything else is going to be open. Who?
Olave.
I think this is the longest we've seen Olave play consistently.
Sorry, I just assumed he was on IR again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sorry, no, they do have Brandon Cooks, but obviously I don't think he'll get his 1,000 yards. They picked him up again at the season. He went back to New Orleans.
Yeah, the memory of Brandon
Cooks. I didn't know he was still breathing.
It's still skewed into my brain when he got like knocked out in the middle of the field on the Super Bowl. Like,
yeah.
For what it's worth, I'm going the Pats. I think we'll have too much for them defensively, and I think we'll have enough offensively.
Yeah, tomorrow's questionable though with a leg injury, so it'll be interesting to see.
Right, next up, boys, the Cleveland Steamers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, it's a lovely game for the nicknames, isn't it?
I think Pittsburgh here, obviously.
I'm taking the Steamers.
You go Steamers.
I'm going to go Steamers, boys. I'm going Steamers.
I'm going to go Cleveland just because I'm slowly realizing that like I don't dislike the Packers as much as I like Aaron Rodgers, so I just can't choose him to win a game. So yeah,
very objective view there, Joe. I love it.
Yeah, impartial analysis.
And you're going Pittsburgh, B-Dog?
I am going Pittsburgh. I seem to always be the opposite of you two, eh?
Well, to be fair, I think you are picking the safer bet this time. I've just got a feeling that the Steamers will turn it around there. I don't know if it's just the defense and the quarterback looked really good last week. I think that the close. I think the close to at least being functional, and I think why not?
Close to being functional, but you're glowing.
I think why not? The defense is one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah,
true.
Whichever way you look at it.
They've just
just traded cornerbacks, haven't they? Eh?
Yeah, they got rid of Newsom, which is a bit of an interesting one. But,
right, the Dallas Buyers Club. We're sticking with it from last week. And the Carolina Panthers.
I think the Kitty Cats are going to lose here.
Yeah, it's the Cowboys, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's the Cowboys. That's just, I think, tears this team up. I don't think, just tears them up. I think this is the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys score more points than the Panthers is basically what it is.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I know every game's that, but I mean, it's going to be high scoring, and the
Yeah,
Cowboys can score more. That's what I meant.
Fantasy players
Every
on
game,
either
who
side
scores,
of the
every game, who scores more wins.
That's how you win.
Start fantasy players on either side of the offensive sides here. Like this is going to be a shootout. So say that we'll say that, and then it'll be like a 6-3 game
6-3
or
or
something.
something.
Don't do it to me.
Yeah, man. Right. Next up, boys, the Seattle Seahawks and the Jacksonville Jags.
Jags.
This is a good game. This is interesting, man.
Yeah, it's a really good
Jags.
Sleep
Yeah.
was it at 50-50?
Yeah, if you could say that. Just gonna say that. I think that although the Jags are looking much better, like the Cohen's doing a good job, Lawrence looks a lot more comfortable, a lot more competent as well. But I think the Seahawks are like top of the league in like explosive play, EPA, like that's really good. JSN as well. I think everyone had picked as a slot receiver, but he played loads up wide and is smashing it. So yeah, I think they take this. And I think they win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Seahawks.
I'm going Jags. Trusting my sexy 6'6" QB.
I'm going Seahawks. I think the Jags now have to deal with everyone going, "Oh my god, look how good the Jags are," and I think we'll shit the bed.
Where's that at?
Duval.
Is it Hawks or Jags or the other way around?
It's at Jacksonville.
Interesting.
Right.
Duval.
Right, come on, boys, because we're at an hour and 20 minutes. Well, we're at an hour and 15.
Okay, I just want to ask this though. When we go to London next weekend, are we going to be saying Duval in the crowd?
Oh yeah, pure. But like Liam Cohen though. Like
Yeah.
Duval. We'll see how many people we can get to say it, and we'll just video doing it. And we'll clip it all together. The LA Rams against the Baltimore Ravens.
Rams take this every day. They're just slaughtered. Ravens got too many injuries. Lamar's not going to be back. Like it's people who've gone up against that Rams like D-line. Like he's going to get run off. Like it's Rams all day here.
Yeah, I go.
I agree. I'm going to go with the Rams.
Hey, look at us! Good job.
I know.
Good.
Is that the only one we've unanimously picked so far?
I think
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. The Tennessee Titans against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, the shit ball.
This is like a very sloppable object versus a
tank ball,
a very movable force. Like it's just like both teams could go to 1-5 in this. I think that's the most amicable thing. But I don't care because I'm not going to watch it. I think no one else should either, unless you're a Titans fan or a Raiders fan. Like if you're watching anything of this game and it's not from Red Zone, like what are you doing? This is just
what are you playing at? That being said,
both teams might look like Super Bowl contenders playing against each other.
I've watched a lot of them games that people will probably say the same about over the last couple of years. I'm going to go the Titans.
I'm going to go with the Titans.
I'm going to go Raiders, I guess, because I've had Junkie, so I hope that he plays all this.
Ooh.
We're not making you pick one, Joe. That was like right after.
It's just like, I guess
it's in the script. It's in the script.
Tie. Right. Next up, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers.
Oh.
I'm going to go Flacco to go 2-0 against the Packers.
Yep, so am I. I'm going Flacco.
I'm going Green Bay.
You're going Green Bay?
Yeah, the Bengals still have that O-line. Joe Flacco might not even get out of the first drive.
I reckon the Bengals put some points on. Can you imagine Joe Flacco avoiding Micah Parsons and throwing a dot to more chase?
That's where the limit is, though. It stays at imagining it because it's not going to happen. Right, the San Francisco 49ers against the Tampa Bay Bucks.
I think this is the hardest one, I think.
No, it's not as easy, Joe.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to go Tampa. I think they're just slightly
shake and bake.
Yeah, you should know the rules by now, Joe.
Yep, shake and bake. We always put shake and bake.
I think Brook is still out, which makes it a little tricky. But like, I don't think it's confirmed yet. But I don't think it's practiced yet. But yeah, Baker's just some sick form, so I think they just edge it here.
Shake and bake.
So we all have individual teams, but the podcast supports Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, but this is Kev, this is your love for Mac Jones clashing with your love for Baker, so it's like a massive clash here.
Yeah, it's got to be Baker, man. Baker's the guy.
Yep, shake and bake.
I seen a thing the other day, not to keep fucking harping on about it, but it's an account called Drake May Lover, right? And they just post about Drake May all the time, obviously.
Is it you?
It was like the top 10 quarterbacks in the league, and it was like Drake May. And then at the bottom, Drake and Mayfield. And it was Drake May, but with Baker's beard. I'll try and find it and tag you in it, man. It was class.
How is that not
yeah.
stats, mate? Like, shocking.
It's not a stat.
It's the top 10 QBs in the league.
Yeah, fair, dude. It's not as funny without the visual, though. Like, right, the Detroit Lions against the Kaiser Chiefs.
Lions.
Yeah, I'm going to agree.
Just because I want to see the Chiefs go 2-4, that'll be so beautiful. So that's all. That is all.
It would be funny. I just think the Lions are going to have too much of them again. I know it's an easy cop-out way to explain why someone's going to win, but that high-powered offense, Chiefs have been anything but that, really. Don't look particularly great trying to stop people either. I think the Lions get it done.
Oh, yeah.
In agreement, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, Lions up against the beat, same old team. I think they win it here. Yeah.
Good enough for me, man. The Buffalo Bills against the Atlanta Falcons. Oof.
I kind of want to be. I feel like I've not done anything renegade from the Hicks yet, so I'm actually going to go the Falcons here. I think that this is maybe a little more ball from the Bills, just to keep the AFC race interesting. I think the Falcons actually managed to play okay against the Steelers. So I'm gonna start going for the Falcons here. I just think they might actually pull out a surprise and win this one.
I'm going to go the Falcons because if the Falcons win and the Patriots win, we'll be top of the division.
Fair enough, yeah.
B-Dog?
I mean, when Long Penis Penix is there, I feel like you have to go with him, don't you?
That's fair, yeah. We haven't even spoke about Willie Marks this week, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, big penis Penix, man. It's going to get it done.
It's Long Penis Penix.
Oh, sorry. Long penis. Sorry, man.
The thing is, if it's like, it's just so weird that the Falcons have had two QBs with like one letter off the end of the genitals and they're both left-handed. It's just,
I know, it's class, isn't it? We need to do a sexy name team as well.
Oh, God.
Right, last game, boys. Last game, we needed there. The Chicago Bears and the Washington Commies. All right, Joe, I'll let you lead, man.
Yeah, look, this is, in case anyone's forgotten, this is the rematch after the Fail Mary, where Tyreek Stevenson was arguing with the crowd.
No one forgot, mate.
Yeah, but the thing is, props to him. He's really bounced back. He's been playing great. He's like talked a lot about like what has changed after it. He's like been playing incredible. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. It's a like big game, a lot on the line. So I'm actually optimistic the Bears are going to do okay here. It's going to be a good game, tough game. I think not an easy one. I'm obviously picking the Bears because I can't not. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really entertaining one. And if you're struggling for a game to watch, I do think this is going to be a good one.
If you're struggling for a game to watch at 1:15 on Tuesday morning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's on the same time as Bucks Falcons. If you can't decide between the two, Buffalo Falcons. If you can't decide between the two, I would recommend this one.
I'm actually going to agree with you, Joe. I don't think the Commies look anywhere near the powerhouse that they looked last year. Even with Jaden coming back into the team, I think the Bears actually look pretty good. At least offensively. I've not seen too much defensively because when I've seen them, it's generally been on kind of highlights and red zone. But they look exciting, man. Adunze is doing it.
Yeah.
Caleb's doing it. Yeah, I'm going to pick the Bears.
Yeah, man. Nice. Go for it.
No, I'm going to go with the Bears as well.
Yeah.
I was about to say our theory from last week that B-Dog just supports the NFC where East was about to be back on.
Don't know what you mean.
Who did you pick in the Giants game?
The Giants.
Who did you pick in the Eagles game?
Who are the Eagles playing again?
Oh no, it's Eagles play the Giants. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to pick one. Yeah, fair
He
enough.
looks just like, you know, like Rob Lowe when he's got the NFL hat on, and it's just like, oh, I just support the Shields, and it's like, it's just the general fan of NFL. You should just get him a cap with like NFC East on it.
Yeah.
Right, boys. That brings us to the end of our Week 6 preview. Anything else to add that we haven't already covered? Any screenshot stats that you've been stacking for some reason, Joe?
No, I think that's all of them. I can't think of anything else. No, I think that's it.
Yep.
All right then. Well, I suppose that'll probably do us, eh?
Yeah, as always.
Right. Well, as always, if you're watching us on YouTube and you've got this far, then you've obviously enjoyed it. You may as well subscribe. Tick the little notification so you know that when we go live, that we're live. We're on TikTok at NerdyFL Pod and Instagram at NerdyFL Pod. Check us out over there. If you're watching to this point as well and you fancy being a guest, we can do that much more easily now. Give us a shout on one of our social networking pages. Just say, I want to be a guest or something, and we'll get you on. But other than that, it's been a pleasure, boys, as always.
As always.
Don't take off as soon as I click end stream like you did last week. So I was expecting to, that was fun tonight, guys. And then you're both just pissed off. But thanks a bunch, guys. And see you next week. Peace.
Peace.
The nerdy football life so off the rails. Lack of research and some epic fail.